Assalammua'laikum and hello everyone. I am Amal Nazihah and I am from EGP blog 4A, and today I'm here to bring you a book review of The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. First of all, the author of this book, Holly Black, is an American writer and editor best known for her children's and young adult fiction. She has won a lot of different awards before: Eisner Award, a Lobster Award, a Nebula Award, a Newbery Honor, and so on. The New York Times best-selling Young Adult Folk of the Air series is her most recent work. And if you want to know, Folk of Air is a series that has 3 books, including The Cruel Prince as its first book. The second book will be The Wicked King. And lastly, the third book in the Folk of Air series will be The Queen of Nothing. I haven't read the other 2 books yet, but have been wanting to. It's just that recently I've become so busy that I don't have time to read the other 2 books. But I'll make sure to read it when I've got time, and I'm looking forward to it. There are also books that relate to the Folk of Air series, which is A Visit to the Impossible Lands, where I cannot find the books online, so I don't really know that well. Next are The Lost Sisters and How the King of Halfham Learned to Hate Stories. But all of this is just a companion book from another character's perspective, so it's okay if you don't read it. It doesn't really affect the original stories. However, if we are curious about how other characters see the stories, such as from their point of view as the events of the book unfold, you can give it a shot. But you have to read it in order, of course. So here is the order of the books. I've already read the first book and it was really amazing. It really keeps me turning the pages real fast, and I think I've finished it in less than a month. Even though I've already finished reading it, I think I'm going to reread it again. The Cruel Prince was released in 2018. It follows the story of a mortal girl named Jude. She lives in the Elfham, which is the fairy world. It was against her will, but she doesn't have any choice due to certain circumstances. She lives there alongside powerful creatures that can kill her easily, so to protect herself, she needs to become stronger and more powerful than them. So basically, the stories are about her journey living in the fairy world. It was a very dark story, but it also had an amazing development to the plot and characters, a twist in the plot, and a thrill I felt while reading the book. It truly is fantastic. In this book, Jude is one of my favorite characters. She was a calm and clever girl. She was constantly bullied by other fairies, particularly Prince Garden, the Cruel Prince, but she never lost her posture or anything. She just kept calm because she didn't want to stir up trouble. She knows how to read these situations very well. I think the reason she doesn't fight back even though she knows how to fight is maybe because she doesn't want others to know. But at the end of the story, you'll be surprised by her development. Prince Garden, who is the Cruel Prince, is not my favorite character, but I also don't hate him as he also has his own development. Even though at first he was very cruel to Jude and other fairies, but after you know his backstory, I think he is one of those villains that you can bring yourself to hate. Alright, I think that's all I can say about the books. I really recommend it to those who love darker fantasy. It contains a lot of violence, but I wouldn't describe it as frightening. However, I would not recommend this book for anyone who is squeamish about blood and violence. I don't think this book is for you. Just to let you know, the fairies are not like any other fairies in fairy tales, like happy-go-lucky fairies with pixie wings and a little magic. No, it doesn't have those things. The fairy in this story is more manipulative, greedy, and deceiving. Even Jude is not necessarily good, but she is beautifully human. Not all humans are kind, but not all humans are bad. There's good in bad, and there's bad in good. If I were to rate it out of 10, I think I'll give it 9 out of 10. Because it contains so much violence that I found it to be a serious red flag. I would like to give it 10 out of 10 if only the violence is not too serious. You will understand what I mean once you read the book. It is my favorite book though, and I don't regret reading it, and I believe you won't regret it either. Alrighty, that's all from me. Thanks for watching. I hope you can give it a try, and happy reading!